Hi, this is Brooks, and here we are. It's good to be here with you. Today, we're going to talk about pain. I think pain's a good subject to talk about because we spend so much of our lives trying to avoid pain. And that's natural. We're built that way. When we feel pain, it's like an indicator something needs to be taken care of. And then we want to remove the pain. And that's real basic. That's innate in us to do that. But the really interesting thing about pain, one of the things I really like talking about, and one of the wonderful things about pain is how it feels afterwards. The relief that comes from the pain going away. And really it's quite a wonderful thing. I mean, there's a lot of great feelings that we could have in our life. But I really think one of the best is pain going away. That experience of the pain is gone. Whatever the pain was, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual, it's there and then it's gone. And then there's this sweet relief, this tremendously great feeling. And to give you an example, like I stubbed my toe a few weeks ago and it turned red and it got puffy, and so I had to take antibiotics. And I don't like taking antibiotics, but I had to take them, because I had a transplant like 7.5 years ago. So my immune system is a little compromised from some of the drugs that I take for it. So if anything is happening, the doctor's always like, all right, take antibiotics, So I don't like it because it makes me feel tired and irritable, which is pain, right? And it's not pleasant. But there's also this knowingness that in 10 days or whenever the antibiotics run out, and for me it was yesterday that it ran out. And when I'm initially taking it, there's that feeling like it's going to feel so good when I'm off of these antibiotics. And that's how it felt yesterday. When I stopped taking it, it was just this great relaxation and joy. I felt like a flower that had been wilted and came back. And it's all because there was pain, and then the pain went away. And when I was mentioning the transplant, and I've talked about that before. When I was really sick for like 2.5 years, and I thought, boy, if I live through this, because I wasn't sure if I was going to live through it. I thought, if I live through this, I can't wait to feel how good the relief from this is going to be, And it really got me through a lot of those tough times because that was really tough. There was a lot of all kinds of pain with that when my lungs were really sick. But then I had the transplant, and then they put you in a coma for like 2 or 3 days. So your body can like just work on, incorporate the new organ. And then I remember being awake and aware, and this feeling of like, I'm still alive. I'm alive. And I'm starting to feel good. It was so exciting. It was so exciting. It's one of the best feelings when I realized I could breathe without an oxygen machine. I could feel my lungs expand because before that they were so reduced, they could barely expand at all, And I was breathing like a long distance runner all the time, like like that. So here I was taking these long, deep breaths. And I felt like I was on top of the world because I was. Because that pain was gone. And I think this is an interesting way to think about pain. I mean, that's a very extreme amount of pain. But the antibiotics that I was taking recently, that was a tiny amount of pain. But still, it was uncomfortable. And then once it was over, there was that relief. It's that same relief of there's a headache and then the headache's gone. Or there's a stomach ache and then the stomach ache's gone. Or there's a problem, let's say I used to have some problems with some bills, like paying some bills, and I would get behind. And that was painful. And then I would pay them and then be like, this relief. And now I don't have that problem at all. So it's like, I remember what it used to feel like. And now it feels good to have my finances in order, And that's what pain is so good for truly enjoying life. If you look at it this particular way, And it can help. Try it out. Like if you're in the midst of some real difficulty from the many varieties of pain that life brings us, you're in the midst of that pain. And sometimes what happens is our mind takes pain and turns it into suffering by imagining, the pain that I'm feeling right now, I'm going to feel it forever. It's always going to be there. And it's a trick that our mind plays. And it truly does take pain, which is part of life, and turns it into suffering, which is unbearable. Because we're thinking, oh my God, this is going to be like this forever. Whatever the pain is, it's never going to go away. And that can make us nuts. And if you find yourself thinking that way, and I have in the past, so at times I've felt that way, what can help is that feeling of looking back at your life and going, you know what, pain comes and goes. I've had lots of pain in my life. It's come and gone. It's come and gone. Whatever I'm feeling right now, it hurts, but it's not always going to be here. And that eliminates the suffering. Plus, again, there's that excitement of, I can't wait till this pain goes away to feel the pleasure of the pain being gone. And I get excited about that because I know it's one of the best feelings. And it's sweet. Like if you know it's coming and then it comes, like the pain abates, it goes away. And then there's that sweet relief and you can savor it. I did that yesterday after I stopped taking the antibiotics. I was savoring that feeling of the uncomfortableness, the physical uncomfortableness being gone. It was like a fine wine or something like that, or a very fancy chocolate, taking my time to savor every taste, So again, it helps to remember, in the midst of the pain, if you notice the suffering, the feeling this is always going to be there, it's never going to go away. Could be maybe somebody close to us dies and there's that feeling of grief. That's a part of life. Grief is a part of life. And it comes when there's a great loss. And it hurts. It really, really, really hurts. But we suffer with that hurting if we think it's never going to go away. It may be really intense. It may be taking up all our attention because it hurts so much. But it's not suffering if we know at some point this will be gone. And noticing this, there's that pain, but, recognizing like when it comes, here's pain. Pain's back. And it won't be here forever, so it's here temporarily. And then it goes, and then there's the relief, and you feel good again. And it it makes you a lot more flexible with pain. Sometimes we'll feel pain, and another way to suffer is like there's that pain, and it's just we tense up. It's just like there's this tension, like no pain. It's like I don't want this. But when there's that feeling of there's pain, and it could be intense, but there's that knowing this. Okay, pain comes and goes. Pain comes and goes. It's a natural part of life. Life moves in a pendulum like that. And all you have to do is just take a few moments, some time, and just remember some pain that you felt and how it was there, and then it went away. Maybe it was there for a while, but then it went away. Maybe it was there really briefly, and then it went away. Again, there's many types of pain: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And it does help to recognize that it's part of life. Just like seasons, I don't live in an area where there's a lot of snow, or there's any snow actually, here in Northern California. But when I used to live around snow, at first I was like, oh, it's snow is exciting. And then I was like, oh my God, how much longer is the snow going to be here? I was just tired of being cold and tired of my feet freezing and my nose getting really, really cold when I'd be outside. But then there was that thought of like, oh, spring's coming, And then when spring came, there was this relief and my body relaxed because that discomfort was gone. So those are some things to think about regarding pain. And I encourage you to try these out, try them on. Delve into this perhaps, use your curiosity and see what you see and see how it goes. And it was good spending time with you, and I wish you the best. Take care. Bye.